group.
Southeast Brunswick, yes.
Yeah, I always want to put a Brunswick in there, and I'm right then.
Yep,
okay.
we're good.
Southeast Brunswick Civitan Group. And if you don't know what Civitans is, Doug's going to tell us all about it and what they do, and you may want to join them.
Wonderful. Well, first of all, the Civitans is a international organization, and the goal is to help folks and kids who have developmental disabilities, and that is really the goal. And we have research facilities and hospitals that we raise money for, so it continues the research, it continues to help the folks with disabilities. Locally, the Southeast Brunswick Civitans is the club that we have here in Southport, Oak Island, and we have narrowed our cause down to the EC classrooms of Brunswick County Schools. So all of those classrooms that have the folks with autism and Asperger's and the kids with developmental disabilities, those are the focus. That's the focus that we have now. So that's where we're putting all of our efforts in.
That's a wonderful job for doing that. Now, I know you do several fundraisers throughout the year, so you can support those programs. But what are the programs? What exactly are you doing with the funds that you raise?
Well, we are a small group, so we have about 17 or 18 active members, and our philosophy is that our group the 17 are very active, and we would rather have a small group that works really hard versus a larger group and with folks that don't help as much. But nonetheless, our focus is, and our fundraisers are geared for the maximum amount of help. For example, we have the every Veterans Day weekend, the Saturday of Veterans Weekend, we have the Local Heroes Chili Cookoff, where all of the fire departments, police departments, sheriff's departments, the American Legion, the VFW get together. They compete in a chili competition, and we raise money in that single event. Now, what we do with those funds is we then earmark, and through our Apple project with the school systems, we buy computer electronics programs for those folks, specifically for the EC classrooms. Right now in Brunswick County, we have about 100 EC classrooms that don't get special funding. So anytime, for example, if you needed an iPad, the teacher would have to go reserve it in the library and basically wait in line just like with every other teacher. So our goal was to provide every classroom with iPads, several iPads, to ensure that the classrooms had them all the time. Now what we do is we actually purchase the programs that go right on the iPad, so they get their learning. The kids, the folks that have autism, Asperger's, or disabilities will have an iPad, and they'll have their learning added to the iPad, and so all they do is pay attention to the iPad and get their learning right through there. So that's really that's our main focus for our fundraiser. Now we do a couple others, like we'll raise money on Valentine's Day. We do a Valentine's Day raffle so that we can provide scholarships for high school seniors going to college. So we do that as well.
That sounds good. Now, that's 100 classrooms. That's a lot of iPads.
That's exactly right. So we had,
and you don't get you have to pay retail, do you not?
That's right. We don't get Apple. Last year we bought 40 iPads at once, right directly from Apple, and they're able to help with a little bit on the tax, so they saved us like $500. But we don't get any gifts in terms of that. So each iPad, by the time you put the case, the iPad, and the programs on there, it's about $500. So that's the type of funds going into the school system from the Chili Cook-Off.
That's great. Now, Chili Cook-Off, I've been several times, and it's always a wonderful event. It's in November at Veterans
Weekend, the Saturday of Veterans Weekend.
And it's very highly competitive, is it not?
Well, absolutely. The Southport Fire Department won last year. I think St. James, they call them the Chili Chicks, but the St. James American Legion won a competition as well. We have a third-party judge come and judge. We have the news team from Wilmington will come down so that there's no
No bias.
no hanging chads, no
No,
bad
we
votes or whatever.
can't have those chads
No,
hanging.
so that's how that whole function works.
Do you do a people's choice too?
That is correct. So
Okay.
you have the judge will judge chili, and then we'll have the popularity and the People's Choice award as well.
So if somebody's really heart is into your particular focus on what Civitan does, and they want to join you, how do they go about doing that?
Well, the easiest way is to email or phone. My email is douglas@coastlineinsurance.com, or someone can call my office at 910-454-0707. That's the Coastline office. You can also call my cell phone, 910-294-2595. If you would like to come visit our meeting, we have a meeting every first and third Thursdays of the month, and we have it at the Bella Cucina restaurant at noon. It goes from noon to 1, and so it's just twice a month.
Twice a month. So they can also just kind of drop in and test drive you, and you guys test drive them to make sure that it's a right fit for
We
you.
always love visitors, and so the good thing is give me a heads up ahead of time or right before the meeting and say, hey, I want to come take a look at the meeting, and that way we can properly introduce you or get to know you a little bit and actually further talk about what we do in detail and how much fun we have.
That sounds great. Now that's the Southeast Brunswick Sanitary District. And Doug, thank you for being in our carpool today.
I would say it was the Southeast Brunswick Civitan.
Civitan. Oh my God, did I just say sanitary
The
district?
sanitary.
I do that all the time. I'm so sorry.
We like those guys too.
Well, but this is a totally different focus.
We are very sanitary at the Civitans.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
very clean people.
All right, Southeast Brunswick Civitan group, and they are an amazing group of people that do some really great work in our community, and we appreciate everything they do, even though I got your name wrong.
That's
so
okay.
I apologize. So thank you, Doug, for being in our carpool today. I hope it was painless.
That was great. Thank you.
That was great. Okay, and we were going to go in here and check out our next stop on our carpool. And Doug, thank you, and we're going to get you back to work soon at Coastline Insurance. So
Thank you very much.
thank you.